everyone. Welcome back to Virtual Preschool. I hope you had a great weekend, and I am really glad you have decided to join me for circle time today. Let's figure out what day of the week it is. The last day of school we had was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So today is Tuesday. All right, so let's move that rainbow arrow up to Tuesday. And who remembers the name of our month? May. Yes, so let's go ahead and count those numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, what comes next? 14, and our pattern, blue flower, pink flower, bird, bird. Blue flower, what comes next? Pink flower. So we have a number 14 with a pink flower on it. All right, we have to keep going. That was Friday. That was a forest class day. 12, 13, 14. What comes next? 15. And our pattern, blue flower, pink flower, bird, bird. Blue flower, pink flower, bird. Yes, so we have a number 15 with a bird on it. All right, so that was Saturday. That was a weekend day. 13, 14, 15. What comes next? 16. And our pattern, blue flower, pink flower, bird, bird. Blue flower, pink flower, bird. What comes next? Bird. So we have a number 16 with a bird on it. All right, so that was Sunday. That was another weekend day. 14, 15, 16. What comes next? 17. And our pattern, blue flower, pink flower, bird, bird. What comes next? Blue flower. Yes, so we have a number 17 with a blue flower on it. All right, that was Monday. That was a forest class day. We have one more to go. 15, 16, 17. What comes next? 18. And our pattern, blue flower, pink flower, bird, bird. Blue flower. What comes next? Pink flower. All right, so we have a number 18 with a pink flower on it. So let's say the whole date. Today is Tuesday, May 18th, 2021. All right, now we want everyone to look out the window to see what the weather is like at your house today. So when you look out your window, is it partly cloudy, cloudy, sunny, windy, rainy, stormy, or snowy? And if you step out your door, does it feel burning hot, hot, warm, cool, cold, or freezing cold? And don't forget to check your weather app to see what the number is for the temperature today. All right, so we've been doing a lot of things having to do with spring, haven't we? We've talked about the spring changes, the weather, how it looks outside now that it's spring, what's growing outside, right? We talked about seeds, the parts of a seed, how a seed grows into a plant, the parts of a plant, the order that the parts of a plant grow, like the roots go first, then the shoot, right? Then the leaves, then the flower. And let's see here, we talked about insects last week, right? So we're going to switch gears, and this week we're going to be talking about art. And we're not going to be talking about just one kind of art or certain kinds of art or certain artists. We're going to be talking about all different kinds of art in general, all right? So Let me see what we have in our mystery envelope today. What is our book? Aha, so this book is called Sky Color. Now, this is a new book to me this year, and I really like it. Marisol was an artist. She loved to draw and paint, and she even had her very own art gallery. I bet many of you have your very own art gallery at your house too. Not all her art hung in a gallery. Much of it she shared with the world. She painted posters to share ideas she believed in. At school, Marisol was famous for her creative clothes, her box of art supplies, and her belief that everybody was an artist. Yes, Marisol was an artist through and through. So when her teacher told the class they were going to paint a mural for the library, Marisol couldn't wait to begin. So a mural is just a really big picture. A lot of times it'll be on a wall somewhere and it might cover the whole wall. Murals are just very big pictures. The classroom buzzed with the sound of brainstorming, so they're thinking in their heads, getting ideas. The students talked and sketched. Together, they made a great big drawing. Then they marched to the library. "I'll paint a fish. I'll paint one too. I'll paint the ocean." Marisol shouted, "I'll paint the sky." Marisol rummaged through the box of paint, but could not find any blue. "How am I going to make the sky without blue paint?" Now what a conundrum. The bell rang. It was time to put their brushes down for the day. As she climbed aboard the bus, Marisol kept wondering. All the way home, she stared out the window. The sun lowered closer to the horizon. Later, at home, Marisol watched day turn into night. That night, Marisol settled into a deep dream. She drifted through a sky swirling with colors. The colors mixed, making too many to count. In the morning, Marisol stood waiting for the bus in the rain. The sky was not blue. She smiled. At school, Marisol raced to the library. She grabbed a dish and began adding colors. This one, that one. She swirled the brush to make an altogether new color. Marisol then began painting on the wall. A boy asked, "What color is that?" "That," Marisol said, "that is sky color." There's Marisol's sky up here with all the different colors. Because back when, let's see, she was standing in the rain, the sky was not blue, was it? When she had her dream, the sky was not blue. When it turned to nighttime, the sky was not blue. And when Marisol was looking out the window on the bus, she was seeing that the sky was not blue, right? So the sky is not always blue. Okay, so let me show you what I have for you today. Before I start, in your email that I sent last week, there are a whole bunch of different ideas for doing artwork, lots of different things. I'm not going to show how to do any of them for circle time, so you get to pick which ones you want to do. So look at them with your parents or your grandparents and pick out which kind of art you would like to try this week. And there are so many different ideas that you probably have enough to go all summer coming up with new ideas to do each week. All right? So, one of the activities that is in your packet, though, is this butterfly. Now, this is not a whole butterfly, is it? This is only half a butterfly. That's because we're going to be talking about something that is called symmetry. Symmetry is when something is the same as on one side as it is on the other. So if you look at your body, if you were to draw a line down the middle of your face, right? One side of your face looks almost exactly like the other side of your face. That is symmetry. If you drew a line down the middle of your body, right? One side of your body looks pretty much the same as the other side of your body. So that is symmetry. So today we're going to make a symmetry butterfly. So the first thing you need to do is try to fold the butterfly picture sort of on the line that goes down the middle of the butterfly. All right, so see how I folded it on that line that goes down the side there? All right, then you're going to need some tempera paint or finger paint, some kind of a thick paint. Watercolor paint will not work for this activity, okay? And, oh, you know what? Oops, I think I had a marker here and I didn't. Just a second, because we have to first draw the other half of the butterfly. Just 1 second here. I shall be right back. Okay, I must have grabbed the marker last week to use for something else and I didn't put it back. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is to draw the other half of the butterfly. So you're just going to do your best job trying to make your butterfly look the same on this side as it does on this side, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect, right? Just do your best. So I'm just going to kind of, let's see here, do my best here. And mine is not going to be perfect either. Alright, but it looks pretty close to the same on each side, right? There's the side I drew, there's the side I copied. So then, what you're going to do is use some of your tempera paint or finger paint. As long as it's a thick kind of paint, it will work. Like I said, watercolor paints will not work for this activity. These jars, the lids screw on. Takes a while to unscrew them. Alright, so I usually use red, white, and blue at school. Red, blue, and yellow, because those are the primary colors. So, and we talked about that back in March, right? We talked about primary colors and secondary colors and how you mix primary colors to make secondary colors. You remember that? Yep. Okay, so then you're going to kind of use a spoon and you are going to put some little spoonfuls, little dabs of paint with your spoon on one side of your butterfly. I'll show you mine after I finish putting my dabs of paint on there. All right, so there are my dabs of paint on one side. Then I'm going to fold it on that line, on that little fold that I already made earlier, and smush it down. I'm just going to gently use my hand to smush the paint in between. All right, and then squeeze it out. Sometimes it'll squeeze out the sides or the top, so you want to do this on top of something That doesn't matter if it gets a little messy. Then you're going to open it up. And you will see that one side of the butterfly is the same as the other side of the butterfly. And that's how butterflies really are in nature too, right? If you look at a butterfly, one butterfly wing is the same as the other butterfly wing. So that is symmetry. All right. Let's see what else we have over here. Oh, yes, we have some new hole punching work. Now I have these little hole punchers. Your hole punch at home might look a little different. And actually, if you have one of the ones that you hold in your hand, kind of like scissors, those work a little bit better with this. Actually, I'm going to need to order some more of those. So this is what I have though. So you have some of these little strips with flowers on them, and you'll see that in the middle of each flower is a circle. All right, you're going to be using your hole puncher to punch holes on those circles. And it looks like I need to cut this one a little closer here. See, this is why mine is not working so great, because it can't get quite close enough, because these were must have been made for the other kind of hole punch. So I'm going to have to get some of the other kind of hole punch. All right, so here we go. I'm going to slide that on, and I'm going to try to give a little hole punch. See, right in the middle of that flower where the little circle is. Now, if you don't get yours exactly on there, that is okay. All right, this is just fun, little fun thing to do, and also helps to make your finger muscles really strong. And we all want to have really strong finger muscles, right? So that is how you do that one. All right, I have one more to show you. In your packet, you have something that looks kind of like this. All right, you have a baggie with little picture cards in it. You have a letter sounds chart, and you have this little help thing for your parents so they know what each of the letters, sounds, or pictures are what each of the letter sound pictures are supposed to be. All right, just a little helper. All right, so what you're going to do is look through your pictures, and you're going to figure out what the first sound is for the picture. So this is a bee, right? A bumblebee, bumblebee. So that is a b. Right? So I'm going to put that under the b, oops, on my letter and sounds chart. All right? All right, I will do one more. So this one is an apple. So that one goes under the on here. All right? So that is how you do that. There are actually 2 pictures for each of the letter sounds. All right? You can use them one at a time, or you can use them all together. All right? If you know all your letter sounds, you can do this all by yourself. If you need a little help, your parents or grandparents can help you with it. All right? So that is what I have to share with you today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. We have another play date. Let's see, it's actually our last regular play date tomorrow, Wednesday, at, what is it, Ford Lake Park or something like that. Look in your email. It's another park I've never been to before. So check your email to see exactly where it's at. All right, and I hope to see you there. Bye, everyone.